Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and I'm here with a pattern release. So this goes hand in hand, not only pattern release, but also for the Love Notion Feature Friday for today. So this pattern is on sale today, which is the, gosh, when I film these in advance, I get really messed up. Let's see. The 9th, July 9th, 2021, today only, the Sybil Skirt knit skirt is on sale. I think it's called the Sybil Illusion skirt. Unless maybe they've changed that. Anyway, the Sybil is on sale for $5 today only. And because this is a new, it's a re-release pattern, she's gonna have it on, so after Friday, it will go to their normal like new release sale price, which I think is 20% off, I think. I could be wrong. But it will be on sale throughout the weekend, but $5 today only. So a really good deal to get it today. The skirt pattern is fantastic. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the Sybil, and then I was one of the testers. So they have, she's going back through and not only doing the older patterns into the full size range. So now we go from a 30, I think I'm saying the right numbers. I will put the correct range here down below. So for this pattern, obviously, we're just worried about hips, you know, waist. But we're going from a 34-inch hip, I think, to a 59.5-inch hip. And it may have already been the expanded size range, but she's moving everything to the same pattern block and just kind of refreshing the pattern, the instructions, adding a few little extra variations, that sort of thing. Now the pockets, I believe, go up into the waistband. I actually, none of the versions that I made did I put pockets in. I feel like pockets with knit skirts can be kind of hit or miss, just kind of depends on the skirt you're making and how stable the fabric is. But anyway, she went through and did all that. So she retested the entire pattern, all of the sizes. I was one of the testers. And yeah, and I've made 3 versions. So I tested one, I was assigned a style to test. So this skirt has, oh geez, I'm not even gonna remember. I'll pop a picture of the pattern if I haven't already. A ton of variations. So there's a pencil, there's the asymmetric faux wrap, there's a drop skirt, there's a swing skirt, which is basically like a half circle skirt. There is a gourd skirt, there is a pleated skirt. Am I missing some? I feel like I might be missing 1 or 2. Is there an A-line? I can't remember. Anyway, there's a lot of variations on this skirt. And all of them come in both knee length and midi. So it's just great that she has options for a yoga waistband, which is the knit waistband that then folds over on itself, which you do need to have a very stable fabric to use for that, just so it acts as kind of elastic but comfortably. So you can use a different fabric for the waistband is what I'm saying, if you want to. Then she also has a control top waistband that's featured in the pattern. Or I did a little hack waistband for my daughter's skirt. I use the control top waistband for my skirts because, let's be honest, we can use all the help we can get when it comes to skimming over body parts and yada, yada, yada. So I've got 2 here that I made for the test and then 1 here for my daughter. And I'll talk about, and I made my daughter a different version so we can just kind of talk a little bit about this skirt pattern. So fantastic, it's great. Another great thing about this skirt pattern, and I've mentioned it before on the channel, there's another pattern called the Tessa sheath dress that that Love Notions does. And it's a fitted sheath dress, oddly enough. So it doesn't have a, does it have a waist seam? I don't think it does have a waist seam. It has no waist seam, but it's a, you know, fitted top. It comes with a couple of different sleeve lengths, couple different neckline variations, and it's like a kind of a pencil skirt bottom. I wouldn't call it a bodycon dress, but it's a fitted sheath dress. Anyway, knit. But the Tessa was made to where you could put the skirts, the Sybil skirts, onto the Tessa body to make all sorts of fit and flare or just different dress variations. So there's and I've done this actually quite a few times for my daughter, but there's a mark on the Tessa where you can cut here if you want to attach it to a Sybil bottom, and then you just basically put the Sybil bottom without a waistband onto that. And I mean, there's instructions on how to do it, but it allows you to have, if you have those 2 patterns, a whole bunch of different knit fit and flare dresses. It's just a really, it's a really fun pairing to put together. So that's another side note on this pattern. It's really, really, really fabulous. Okay, so this pattern is made for knit fabric, so it's things with stretch, and she's got the recommendations that are there in the pattern. Obviously, depending on what view you're making will determine really how beefy of a knit you want. For instance, you can go with a very drapey rayon knit for like the swing skirt, which I've done here, but for like the pencil skirt, you want something with some heft to it, something with a little bit more, a little heavier that will hide and mask things. You know, you don't want a really fitted skirt in a rayon knit. It just wouldn't, it would show every bump and bulge and wouldn't be good. But you put it in a ponte knit, or, you know, that in a knit skirt and a ponte knit, or like an interlock, or a double brush poly, which maybe I've used, then you have a really fantastic, like that works really well with that silhouette. Now you could do like a ponte or the double brush poly in the fuller skirts, like the gored skirt, the pleated skirt, the swing skirt, but just know you're just gonna have more body. It's gonna be a little bit fuller, especially with the pleated skirt. That's gonna add a little bit more volume if the heavier knit that you use when you're pleating up there at the waistline. So something to keep in mind. Anyway, okay, so I have made 2 of the asymmetrical wrap skirts. Basically this is the pencil skirt, and then it's a faux wrap, and then it has this asymmetrical overlay that makes it look like a wrap that's a little bit longer than the pencil skirt. I just think it's so much fun. Just a little different, kind of sexy, and I made the midi length for mine. And then I also, on both of these, because I was testing fit, and she did make a couple of changes after. I'll show you my first one first here, afterwards. All of the fabric that I'm going to show you today all came from JOANN's, actually. When she put out the call for testers, I didn't have anything that would work beefy enough. I don't have any ponte in my stash right now. And so I'm like, well, I'm just gonna run to JOANN's and see what they've got. And they were having a fantastic sale on knit. Their double brush poly knit, which I really don't use that much. I find it can be hot in the summer, but it does feel lovely to the touch. I mean, it's very soft. So, but I went and it was on sale. I think it's normally like $15 a yard, maybe. I mean, when do you ever buy anything full price at JOANN's? You always use a coupon, right? But it was on sale for like $6 a yard. I got 6 yards of fabric, so I bought 2 of each of these fabrics. I have 3 fabrics here for less than $48. It was like with tax. It was crazy. I was like, gosh, should I go back and get more? Should I stock up? My son was with me and he's like, no, because he was like, bless him. Because I'm like, I'm just going in I just need a fabric for this test. And then he was like carrying all the bolts of fabric around because I didn't grab a card, of course, because I was only going in for one thing, but then I was trying to make a decision, and he's a good kid. So anyway, these all came from JOANN's for really great prices. So if they are available online, sometimes they've got stuff in store that's not available online. So I'll link what I can down below in addition to the pattern. The pattern is an affiliate link. I do have affiliate links with Love Notion, which means I do make a commission. If you buy from that link, Love Notions pays me a little commission at no cost to you. Okay, so this is the first one, and I did this wonderful, very tonal leopard print. I just love this so much. I made, again, I have all of my measurements are down below the very bottom of the description box, the very, very end, are my measurements. And I made a size medium in this, and I'll note that in the, with the pattern. But I made a size medium and it fits fine. Technically, I need like a large for my waist, but because it's knit, I just made a straight size medium and it fit fine. I did adjust my elastic. So I made the control top on this. I messed up on this version because my control top is popping up. It actually kind of looks like piping on the edge because the color of my power mesh is the same as my leopard. So it actually turned out fine. And we're just gonna go with it as a design feature. But when I was sewing, I put elastic in at the top of the seam. So the way this works is you put the waistband on, and then the control top piece goes down. It gets sewn to the top of the waistband, tucked inside, but then you understitch it to keep it inside. And one of the suggestions, just to help keep it shape if you have a knit that doesn't really snap back, and I just find it's helpful for a little bit of security, to sew either 1/4 inch elastic or 3/8 of an inch elastic into that top seam, this seam right here, just to help really tuck things in. And when I was doing that, because I only had 3/8 inch seam elastic in my stash, and obviously my cover stitch or my serger does 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I needed my 3/8 of an inch to go one way, either onto the facing or onto the skirt, and I obviously did it backwards on this. So then when it flipped, this is the edge of the elastic that's up. So I learned on my second skirt, but anyway. On this version, I only shortened it by 1 inch. This is the midi length, and I only shortened it by 1 inch and realized I needed to shorten it by more, which is not an easy thing to do, to go back and hem, because, I mean, I could do it, but the way that this is sewn, you hem the overlay piece and then it gets sewn into the side seam. So yeah, it would have been wonky. I can't get to the whole edge of the hem here because it's sewn into the side seam, and then the bottom edge of the skirt is hemmed, you know, the pencil skirt portion of it. So it was not an easy to rehem. So I'm leaving it as is. I really like it with a heel. I think it's a lot of fun. I like the way I have it styled. I also had it styled when I was showing the pictures for the fit with my red wanted tee, and I thought that looked really good. I love this kind of camel color with red. I think it's a fantastic combo. But I think it also looks good with teal. I mean, this is going to get worn, I think, a lot this fall. I think this is going to be a great fall skirt. I can wear it in the summer, definitely, but I really think that that's gonna, I don't know why animal print feels fall to me, but it does. So, so that was my first skirt. Love that fabric. So then she went back and she made a couple of edits to the fitting and sizes, and I made my second one in this one, which was really my favorite fabric. I think it's so pretty, and this is another double brush poly, but look at this. Look at all the beautiful colors in this. Oh, isn't it beautiful? And these aren't all my colors, but there's a lot in here that are my colors. So I've got like, there's like a bright orange that's in there. You can kind of see like on the centers, there's purples, the blues, there's like some teals in there. There's some greens. There's some pinks and stuff too, and a lot of these colors might be a little clearer than what I can technically wear, but I knew that I'd be able to have tops in my wardrobe that I'd be able to pair with this. And this felt like kind of a, oh, I don't know, like a 1950s Elvis movie from down, like one of his Hawaiian movies for some reason, like the faux wrap and the kind of, this isn't really a tropical print, but it kind of like feels that way a little bit. This one, the only alteration I made, I shortened this one by 2 inches instead of just 1, and it works much better. It's like perfect for a midi skirt. And I also, I mean, I like it best with a little bit of a heel, but I think it looks fine. I mean, it's definitely wearable with a flat shoe, and it's a style that I think I could embrace. I did this one correctly, so see, look. So now the elastic pushes the body of the skirt up, and yeah. And so that's understitched nice and neat. And it does tuck in much better when it's on my body and pulled taut. But yes, love this. And I'm wearing this one with a cropped Cashmerette Concord t-shirt. That has become like my go-to standard t-shirt. I love it so much. I'm so glad she released that in the smaller size range. It's so good. And you're gonna see it again here in just a second. But if you're busty, it's such a good t-shirt pattern. But I made the cropped one for myself. I lengthened it by 2 inches because I didn't want any chance of any stomach showing, but I think it looks so cute with a high-rise skirt that hits, I mean, all skirts should hit at your natural waist, but I love it paired with this. So it's just kind of a floaty, and the shirt is in a viscose, and I just think it just, I don't know, I love the pairing. I think it's just such a cute summery pairing. Anyway, I love that color with it too. So that was my second skirt. Well, as I was making all of this, it was actually as I was making the cropped version of that Concord for myself, and I was thinking my daughter loves to wear cropped, I say crop tops. She never has her stomach out, but she likes the shorter tops because she's an hourglass. So she likes to have high-waisted things that nip in at her waist, whether that be a skirt or a pair of shorts or pants or whatever, that hits real high up at her waist, and then a shirt that goes just right past it. So cropped, but you can still see the shape of her waist because that's her smallest part. She just loves that silhouette. And as I was making the Concord for myself, I was like, I should make her one of those because now that it's in the smaller size range. So the third fabric that I picked up from JOANN's, I think this is I don't think there's any polyester in this, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And obviously I washed and dried all of these fabrics before I worked with them, but I will not dry them anymore because, especially double brush poly, I wanted to get all shrinkage out just in case. So that's why I dried it the first time, but it'll bobble. It'll get real pilly real quickly if it goes into the dryer too much. And the same with this, and I can tell that this probably won't wear great, but I just thought this print was so cute. It looks very 80s, like, yeah, it just reminds me of my childhood, actually. And this fun print. But I had grabbed some of this and thinking I would do another version for myself, but then my daughter saw it and she's like, no, I really like that. And it's got some of her colors in it too, like the orchidy purple. She likes to wear kind of that brighter yellow, and then there's some green in there. And there's also some pink and red, actually, hot pink and red. And then obviously black and white. And there's like a pale purple that she really likes to wear. Anyway, she liked the fabric, so I'm like, well, I'll make you one. So she decided what she wanted was the swing skirt with, and then we could do a cropped Concord for her that she could wear it as an outfit, or it's a set, matching set, you know, that's in, or she could wear them separately. So that's what I did for her. So this is the swing skirt version, and I made her the extra small. I'm not gonna put her measurements out there just because, I don't know, she's young and I don't feel like, I mean, I can put mine out all day long. But I did the waistband a little bit different on this. So the yoga waistband has you sewing, or you cut out a piece that is 7 inches wide by, you know, however long, depending on what size you're making. And so that 7 inches gets folded in on itself and then sewn to the waistband of the skirt. So then you have a 3.5, well, not really a 3.5, a little less, like a 3-inch waistband that then gets folded down because it's a yoga waistband. And I decided, you know, this is, I think it's a rayon. It's got a lot of drape in it. So I was afraid that if we didn't have, that there wouldn't be enough recovery in the fabric for it to hold up and not to like work its way down as she was wearing it. So instead, I cut the width of my waistband to 3 3/4, and I wrapped it over a piece of 1.5 inch wide elastic and basted it in place. And I cut the elastic the same as the band. So the finished, you know, I sewed my elastic in a circle, sewed my band in a circle, and then they were the same width. And then I just folded the fabric over the elastic waistband all the way around and then basted it in place. And then, so it was like a covered elastic waistband basically, and then sewed that onto the top of the skirt. And it's worked out really, really well. And she loves it. So yeah, that's how we did that one. And it sits right at her natural waist. I noticed that the hem is dropped a little bit on the sides. It doesn't seem to bother her. I just hate going back and recover stitching things. So we'll see. I may go back and level it out. I'm not used to knits dropping, but I guess it makes sense. I mean, rayon's rayon, it's heavy and it will drop. And if that's what it's done, it's dropped on the bias, on those side seams a little bit. So anyway, we'll see. I might go back and fix it. If it doesn't bother her, then I'm not going to worry about it. But she was very excited. She had this on at church today, the whole outfit, the 2 pieces at church today. And she was, you know, we were sitting there waiting, and I could tell she was thinking about different things that she could wear with the top and different things that she wants me to make for her to wear with the skirt. So I'm like, okay, well, that's the good thing about a set. You know, you can easily mix and match them. She's got the little crop top on with her high-waisted Dawn shorts. She's got some white high-waisted Dawn shorts, and it looks very cute together. So she's loving her new matching set. Okay, so that's all I've got for the Sybil. Again, it's $5 today only, and then it'll be on sale the rest of the weekend for the release. So definitely go have a look. It's a fantastic pattern to have. I mean, it's all your knit skirts that you ever need. And it also goes with the Tessa sheath dress as well if you want some fit and flare dresses. And I've made quite a few fit and flare dresses for my daughter with that pattern combination. And I will leave a link down to that one below. The Tessa's not on sale, but I will leave a link down to that one as well if you're interested in that, in combining those 2 patterns. If fit and flare knit dresses are something you or a loved one really likes to wear. Or not even fit and flare, like it can be, you know, you can use all the different skirt bottoms with that top. So it's just a fun choose your own adventure type of combination. All right, so going forward, I've got a tutorial going up on Sunday. I actually haven't filmed that yet. I think it might be the sway back adjustment, only because That's something that a lot of people ask me about after my lyric dress. Also coming up, I have one more Sew the Trend I think I want to do for this summer. I'm not sure when it'll be up, but I want to do one on shirring because that's definitely a trend that we're seeing a lot this summer. I think that's going to be the last Sew the Trend for the summer that I'm going to do. I would like to do another Sew the Look in here, and then obviously I've got some videos planned of different aspects of my summer wardrobe that you still have not seen, one of which being a pair of cutoff shorts, and we're going to talk about proportion in one video because Bermuda shorts are very in this summer, especially cutoff Bermuda shorts. You'll see those kind of everywhere, and yeah, I've kind of DIY'd a pair from a thrifted pair of men's jeans actually. So we're going to talk a little bit about proportion and how that style can kind of look. So I guess that would kind of be a Sew the Trends as well. Yeah, so maybe that one will be a separate one as well. Okay, also my daughter is having, her colors done, and I will be sharing that process as soon as we get those results back, which is very exciting. And I've also, if you signed up for the, if you bought the summer capsule from the Everyday Style School, if she had sent out an email with a coupon code for her master classes that she offers, and I took it, I redeemed that and used that discount code to buy the Dressing Your Body Shape class. I was just very impressed with her signature style class. She's got 3 master classes, a signature style one about reorganizing your closet, which I think I'm pretty good about doing that. So I may buy it because I really do find her classes excellent. But the signature style, how to reorganize your closet, and then how to dress your body shape. And so I bought I've already done the signature style. I bought that one when it was on sale a while ago, loved it. And I think my daughter's interested now going through it as well. And then I wanted to do the dress your body shape. So she and I are gonna be going through that one as well as we're kind of starting to plan her high school wardrobe. Obviously, most of what she'll be wearing in the first part of school will be just summer clothes because it doesn't get cold here, and maybe end of September, well, not even, a lot of times their birthday, it's still pretty warm. Like October is when you'll start pulling jeans out a little bit, maybe. Sometimes not even till November, it just kind of depends on the weather. But yeah, so we're gonna be starting that process of getting her ready to start high school with her colors and dressing her body shape and all that, and picking out patterns, of which she's done a little bit of so far. So yeah, that's what we've got going forward. Okay, yeah, I think that's all I've got. Sew along, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but instead of going into a sew along like I normally would after tutorial week, I might go into, I've been promising for quite some time, a zipper series of different zippers, how to insert them, the whole thing. So I was thinking that I may, instead of doing a few weeks worth of a sew along, I may do a different zipper video for however many weeks, however many zipper insertions I can come up with, and however many weeks that would be, and put those up. And then those would also be a great a resource for you guys to have. I'll make a playlist of just zippers, so if you guys wanted to go in and see how to rewatch how to put in an invisible zipper or a zip fly or an exposed zipper or whatever, leave me comments down below the different type of zipper insertions that you guys want to see, and I'll make sure and film that. So I'm thinking that's going to be the next sew along, and we'll just do a series of zipper insertions just to kind of finish out the summer. Okay, that's all I've got. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope you can get some sewing in this weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.